Hey guys, this is Professor R, and welcome back to another session of Learning Something New. You're watching the part 2 of Stages of Learning. We have discussed the first two stages in my previous video. If you have not seen that, please check it out. Stage 1 is unconscious incompetence, where we don't know what we don't know. And stage 2 is about conscious incompetence, where we know what we don't know. We will connect all these four stages at the end of this video. Let's proceed to discuss the third stage. The third stage is conscious competence. Most likely, a mentor or a self learning initiative moves us from stage 2 to stage 3. In this stage, we learn what we wanted to learn. Taking the same example, when the kid grows and is eligible to drive, he enrolls himself to a driving class where a coach teaches him how to drive. Another example, where once we know that DMAC or Six Sigma teaches us how to improve the process in a much faster and a better way, we either go for a Six Sigma certification or we do it by self learning. However, whenever we learn something new, we are very conscious about it. Take the driving skill set for an example. Try to remember the day when you drove the bike or a car for the first time alone. That day, our mind was completely engrossed in driving. We were very conscious about every turn we were taking. We were conscious about every time there is a vehicle which was coming in from the opposite direction. Similarly, when we learn a professional skill set, we are very conscious about applying it on a day to day routine. We feel that we either don't know enough or probably we will make a mistake. This is where it brings me to discuss the fourth stage of learning, which is unconscious competence. Only the practice moves us from a stage 3 to a stage 4. Once we achieve stage 4, the skill is not a skill anymore. It becomes a habit. It changes the perspective we approach the problem solving for which the skill is required. The skill comes into play automatically whenever we are facing a challenge or need a solution to a problem. Going by the driving example, now once we have practiced it enough, driving does not seem to be a special skill set, right? It automatically comes. But at the same time, if we don't practice the skill that we've learned, there's a good amount of possibility that we might move back to stage 2 of conscious incompetence. Let me explain it through the two examples that we've taken to explain these stages so far. Once you learn how to drive, but you don't practice for 6 7 months, you will have to relearn it again. Same thing with any professional learning, let it be a Six Sigma or a lean or a project management. Once you learn but don't practice, we will forget it very soon and may be required to relearn it all over again. So practice is the key whenever you learn something new. As you can see, the dots of stages of learning are interconnected. It starts from a stage of we don't know what we don't know and eventually reaches to a stage where the skill becomes a part of our day to day life and it changes our perspective completely towards approaching a problem solving or any challenges that we face in work every single day. As we spoke about in my last video, that we will discuss stage 2 a little bit more once again when we will complete all four stages. It is because I find stage 2 of conscious incompetence to be the most important stage of the entire learning process, as this is where the learning process begins. But to ignite this process, we need to ensure that we tune our mind to differentiate our learning opportunities from the other noises which surrounds us. There is a great deal of difference between listening and hearing. Until unless we don't listen, we will not ignite the process of learning. Sounds confusing and difficult, right? Believe me, it is not. We will discuss this in more detail in my next video. As always, ending the video with a quote: learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought with the order and attended with diligence. Please comment below and let me know if you're liking the series. I will wait eagerly for your feedback. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you come to know whenever I post a new video. Also share it with your friends and family. Till next time, keep learning. Cheers.